There are concerns about a lack of clean and drinkable water in Harding in Kwazulu-Natal. Now, farmers in the area say the water has a strong smell and looks visibly contaminated. They say it's affecting farm animals. Reporter Nqobile Madlala is in Harding for us, and she joins us now live for more details. Nqobile, what have you found so far throughout the day when you've been speaking to residents there?
Well, Masako, it seems there's a lot of issues. One, there's water issues. Secondly, there's sewer issues. So I want to show you a truck that's behind us at the moment. This truck that you see that's driving off is one of the truck for water and sanitation. And basically what they're doing is they suck some of the sewer from the pipes to make sure that they physically drive them to the areas where it's supposed to be pumped. So it seems like the pipes here are not working. So people are saying that there's concerns over the water and sanitation in the area, a lot of sewer just going into the road, but we're also hearing that there's water issues. We spoke to the farmers that were showing us the area, the water looking visibly contaminated. We could see the green in the water and some funny color that is bluish, and they were saying that their crops are dying as a result. So they were worried about their cattle, but more than anything, they're worried about life, because that water also goes downstream to some of the people that live in Ugu. Now, one of the people that have been on the ground that is here to speak to us now is eNCA. At the moment, please, sorry, we're just moving from the truck. So I want to speak to you now. Perhaps just give us an idea in terms of what have you found so far?
Look, it's appalling to see what we see here in Ugu district. Where people are subjected to this kind of environment, especially for health reasons. And you can see now these trucks are actually popping sewer to other areas where it should be treatment. So bottom line here is the system not working. So there is no infrastructure is functional. These are pump stations. There are about 5 pump stations in this municipality. All of them are not functioning. And now they are physically taking sewer, raw sewer, to the water treatment site, and then some of these manhole are actually spilling down to the dam and the river. So now cows in this area are drinking this water, which is contaminated, and you see even Department of Transport is actually fetching this water, using them to irrigate some of the sites that they are working on, which actually is a risk in terms of cholera. We know very well we are facing the issue of cholera, and we are really surprised as we speak right now. As you see, this truck is being moved here now, disturbing me. And I must say, it's also unfortunate that the guy who's telling the truck to come in is coming from Ugu district. I just spoke to him. He's being told to come and stop us from entering inside here. He's a security guy from Ugu district. So this is a municipality, instead of fixing the problem, they try by all means not to expose the problem that people are facing in Ugu district. So we believe that the Department of Environment, MEC Duma, must be involved in this situation and ensure that this pollution of environment is really put to stop, because there is no way we can allow this to continue. Because people here are saying they are worried about economy, how this sewer problem has affected farmers in this area. You talk about cattle in the farms, you talk about plants in the farm. They are saying even the value of their cattle have been lowered because of the situation, because no one wants to buy their products anymore.
Whilst we were at the farm, we saw some of people that were fishing just upstream. Obviously, the water looks very contaminated. Surely that must have some health repercussions?
Definitely. People are actually fishing. But anyway, if you can't even find those fish, because they are dead now because of that contamination. But more worse is down the stream, people are drinking this water. That's a stress issue we are facing. And unfortunately, when I spoke to the farmer, he was saying when he tried to explain to people not to drink water, they feel like he's against them drinking water. So people always throw the issue of racism, say, look, you are against us drinking this water. But he's trying to warn them to say, look, I have saw my cattle is dying because of this water. But how can human beings drink this water? So we hope that government can listen and really do something about the situation, because it's affecting the environment, affecting our people here. We don't want to see an outbreak of cholera in this area.
And I mean, when you talk about that cholera outbreak, which is a major issue at the moment, you can imagine that you then will be speaking to Ugu about what you have seen. Have you tried to communicate with them in any way?
we're going to be now, because we came here to see for ourselves, because we've been having complaints, getting complaints from community and farmers. So we said, let's come and see for ourselves today. So from here, we'll be engaging with the municipality, also engaging with the Department of Environment in the province, because they have a responsibility to enforce and ensure that there is no pollution of environment. So it's really shocking that the department, because I also heard that there was a case that was opened by farmers against the department, against Oku district. So we want to follow up, because they're going to give us a case number. We must follow up with NPA. How far is this case? Because if these cases are being opened, something must be done. We can't allow NPA to ignore such cases, because we've seen even other areas like eThekwini where cases were opened, nothing has been done. We must follow up with NPA. We need to know exactly what they're doing after getting the case number from the farmers.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, Maseko, it's getting a bit louder. That's mainly because you can see again they are pumping. It's the second truck whilst we're still standing here that has come in. And of course, we are not allowed to come very close to them, but that is the sewer being pumped, raw sewer being taken out of these pumps, and it's supposed to go through all these pipes, but because the pipes are not working, this is what we see. And just down the road, you see farmers with a lot of water that they can't even use because the dam is contaminated. We are reaching out to Ugu. I have been trying to find a person to speak to. We've been trying to call them. We haven't received anything at this point, but we are going to try and find those answers from them.
All right, reporter Nqobile Madlala live for us in Harding and KZN. Let's leave it there for now.